England, do they make the cut?
No.
Don't think geopolitically, just think if they're cool enough. I say yes. I think England is definitely cool enough.
Not if they don't change their ways. I mean, I feel like that's going to be an Islamic country.
Just think of the people themselves, because they're going to get their guns back when they join the U.S.
I like the British.
So I like the British.
I think tougher and they're underrated.
I like them. Ireland too.
I think Kyle's touching on something though when he keeps bringing it up. Is I think it's like an unspoken thing, but I think is like and this aren't like I'm like lack of better words. I think like some people like in the government or whatever consider like Europe compromised. Like the Islamic presence is so heavy and they're quite heavy-handed with their like the way they have explained that like if they were to invade or if they were to colonize, it would be legally and from within. And people always said that like if there was an invasion of the USA, it would be because California literally let them in. And like Canada is similar to that. Canada is like at a like you go to Costco in Canada and like someone may put down that the prayer mat and face Mecca and do their prayers in at Costco.
Don't like that.
I am happy that this person has their religion and they can do their things, but I find it weird that there are so many mosques and you're doing it in the aisle when I'm trying to get those Uber gift cards behind you, and I don't want to.
I'm trying to get to the pretzel barrel, and you're fucking bowing down for 6 minutes.
And they do it. They go to the park, like and they'll be like literally like a 1,000 in the park, and they have like this prayers on the loudspeaker, and they're doing it, and I'm like, oh, that's so nice to celebrate your religion in the park, but it's weird for people that aren't part of that. And like I think that is like it's a growing issue. I'm also like walking, even the way I walk around it, I feel like people feel a way about that. They're like, no, just say what it is. Like they're like, you know, it's like a demonstration and a power of
quotes around it.
It's a demonstration.
What I see is
numbers.
Is it an issue that there's giant Christmas trees in public and people are surrounding that and making a Christian holiday? It seems pretty parallel.
Back in the day, I used to be like, oh, this war on Christmas shit is so silly. But I realized that like growing up and like now being here in Florida, I as like a Jewish person, I have like a lot of love for Christmas. Because Christmas to me is like Canada in the 90s / USA in the 90s. It's Christmas trees. It's Christmas lights up. It's like, it is what it is. That's how it was. And whatever that identity is, I know it's just not Christian, but whatever the identity is, that's like Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. That's the Canada that I like.
It's Western.
And you know what? Like Happy Holidays, like, yeah, sometimes there's a menorah there. Sometimes you get a shout out to Kwanzaa, but
Kwanzaa
Merry
is such
Christmas.
Nonsense. That shit was made up in like 1980 in California or something, right?
That is true.
Saying,
it's all made up to me. I just like that it's sort of a positive vibe.
It's not all made up though. Like we're celebrating historical events in some cases, and we're combining the like many cultures into one for those. But that's why agreed upon holidays. This guy in the 80s came up with some stuff.
Dude, but you know what? Even tell Kyle that Santa is fake.
But wait,
he wasn't fake. He was a real historical character on which the story's based, and it's a thing that happened. Unlike Kwanzaa, which was like some made up shit from the 80s. He was.
But on that note,
well, I've never seen a Kwanzaa thing in my entire life.
No, it's not real.
Show off.
But I know I live in Missouri. There's no Kwanzaa around here. I see what you're saying, Harley. Like the demonstration of like kind of taking over an area that's public and making it about your like religion.
Yeah, I'm in Florida right now, and
when it's a foreign religion to like Western culture, like Christmas makes sense. We're like Western, that's traditionally Christian, like that's the culture of the West, and so that's fine. No, that's fine.
After 2010, like around like that time after 2010 and stuff, like, and like all of a sudden, like an American flag became like some sort of symbol that meant you were racist or some shit like that, or people overthought it, or they're like, oh, you know, like if a truck has an American flag on it, you know, that guy is a fucking whatever. I'm in Florida and I like walk around and I see like American flags on houses and I like that.
Yeah,
I think being American and liking America and liking the USA is cool. I'm not saying deport them, and I think looks really bad for Jewish people or whatever when they're like deporting people that are, American citizens, and they have some shit going on. But there is an element of where it's like, if you burnt an American flag, and if you're handing out pamphlets for groups that are like Death to America, then maybe America's not the place for you. And why should America pander?
Maybe America's not the place for you.
Such a polite Canadian viewpoint on that. Hey, I think you may have come to the wrong place.
No, that's the Quebec way to handle that. Like, where I would just be like, get the fuck out. Like, you don't love America? What? Fuck you.
Yeah, I for an American, like if Taylor wants to burn the American flag, like that's his right. I wouldn't cheer him on or anything, but he can do that all he wants. There's no law against that.
We need to pivot to burning other countries' flags.
I have never seen an American burn anybody else's flag. I really have.
No,
When's the last time you saw a white dude named Brent roll out a fucking flag from like Norway or something? It's like, you know what, Norway? This is what you get.
You don't know what their flags look like. Like really, you'd be like, people would be like,
picturing a red thing with some stripes up and down.
I think it's blue and white with a star in the middle. I don't know.
Norway is a white and red stripe.
That's the one I burn. I think fuck over Norway. I might be doing it wrong.
Yeah,
Norway might just be the inverse of Poland. I don't remember.
When I look at Europe, I think a bunch of bleeding heart social liberals who see Middle Eastern and North African migration and think, oh, those poor people, we must shelter them. And meanwhile, a big group of those people's mantra and religion is mix in with them, deceive them, lie to them at every turn. It's not a sin to lie to them because they're not human. Become part of their system and take them down from within. I think that is the majority of the people who are coming in there. I think that's what's whispered behind closed doors, and I think that that's a big part of their religion and a big part of their goal.
How do you know that? Like, where did you learn that?
The Quran.
You learned it by reading the Quran?
Yeah.
About how it's okay to lie.
Yeah.
As long as they're
Would you like
I have heard that. It's
called yeah. You're making a silly face, but like I could comment.
I was surprised to learn that you read the Quran.
Well, I read those parts.
I think it's called tequila, where you can like pretend that you're. Remember when I told you about that guy that drove through the Christmas market and said, people were like, when they spun it on Jews, that's how I learned the word. By saying, because like he was like, I hate Islam on a tweet before that or something.
Yeah,
like the day before he drove through it.
Like individually, I have sympathy for people who are refugees, who are trying to flee a place that's a bad one and start their new life. And if they love America, I welcome them, even if they're culturally different. I don't sweat it too much. Give it a generation. Their kids will be Americans. Their parents will hate it, and their kids will be just like all the other kids in school. I'm cool with that. But in mass numbers, is a sort of soft invasion suddenly doesn't feel so cool anymore. That's what happens, and it's hard to be okay with it in small numbers, not in large numbers. I'd be cool with more controlled immigration. Like, hey,
yes,
what if we didn't let any culture accumulate too densely in one place?
Yeah, like that's.
What do you think about
that's
how they're saying they're going to do? They're saying
work.
that if they catch it, this is the USA. They're saying that the people that we catch who are here illegally and the people going forward that we catch crossing illegally will now never be able to become citizens legally.
Boom, in the mix, like it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
You disrespect the first act you take on our soil is to disrespect our laws. Nothing.
How dare they? First thing you did was spit on the flag. They bring a flag with them to spit on for special when they cross over. Yeah, that's how they are.
I've seen that.
I've seen it.
People are saying it.
Spitting flag.
I seen it.
No, none of those things happened. But I think they are going to do that. It seems like every now and then I'll see on Reddit they'll be like, "Ha ha! We've won! This vote went our way!" And I'm like, that's like the first of 8 steps for you to win. Like, what are you talking about,
bro?
This
is the Wisconsin thing you're talking about?
Yeah. Oh no, this Wisconsin thing's good. I think that's a good sign for Democrats nationwide and in every other kind of way. But I was thinking more they I think Congress or not the Senate, but the House voted down the tariffs against Canada, maybe. And they were like, good. They're voted down. It's like, well, now it goes to the Senate, and then it goes to the president. I wonder what he thinks about it. Oh, are you going to get 2/3 majority against this? No. Well, let's see if Donald Trump wants to.
They sent a message, Kyle.
He's watching Fox News. He ain't getting that message. You think he's on C-SPAN?
I'm teasing. I don't think anyone's getting that message.
He said he watches 8 hours of TV a day and drinks 12 Diet Cokes.
I believe
that's
him.
a hero.